Hey, hello everybody, it's X here, and I have some news for the hunters, at least here in New York. Not cool. I just got my hunting license here in New York, and for those of you who don't know, I've been hunting my entire life. I've been hunting since 1976, and every year since 76, I've gotten a license. I've never, ever not gone hunting and gotten a license. And we always had a back tag to prove that we paid for our license, and to prove, not only to prove that we paid for our license, but to prove, to show others that you're a hunter. Because if you're in the woods, okay, and you see a guy with creeping around with a gun, you want to know that he's a hunter. He's hunting, not hunting you, hunting deer. But this year, look what happened. Let me, okay. Can you guys read it there? At the bottom here? Here. No back tags for hunters anymore in New York State. No back tags for hunters anymore in New York State. And then they give you this rinky-dinky, this is my hunting license. Let me hide my personal information, but look, that's the hunting license. It's just printed out on a piece of paper, which anybody could actually get one of these and copy it and make copies of this. This is very simple. It's not good, guys, because again, if you're in the woods, you're hunting, and some guy's creeping around, and he's got a gun, a rifle, you want to make sure he's a hunter, especially now during these times. How could they do that now during these times that we're about to go to World War III? The sleeper cells are about to wake up here in the States. These guys are going to be roaming around the woods trying to kill the hunters because they know the hunters got guns. I don't like this. I really don't like this. I mean, lucky for me, I can hunt on my property, but I do hunt on state land. I do. I like going in different places. So, you guys, be careful out there when you're hunting. You know, right now it's bow season, but it's also small game season. So you can be bow hunting, and some guy could have, ideally should have a shotgun, or he could have a rifle. He could have a 22 or a small caliber rifle for small game hunting. And you may think that he's a small game hunter, but do you really know now? You really don't. Is there a tag on the back of it? No, there's no tags required any longer. That's crazy. Well, if I go to state land hunting during season and not bow, I'm gonna be very careful. I'll tell you that much. I don't want to see other hunters around me, basically. Anyway, I never do anyway. But there are a lot of times where, yes, the parking lot, that's where we all park, and then you go out into your separate areas. But during the day, you'll see these hunters who are inexperienced walking around the woods on opening day. You should have known. You should have had your stand ready way back in July, and you're gonna sit in your stand there and wait because you're on a trail or something, whatever. But you have a lot of people who are inexperienced, and they're walking around the woods with their rifles, and that's how they get shot. That's how they get shot. They get mistaken for a deer by another fool like them, another idiot. I'm gonna tell you a story, and this is a true story. I swear to God, I'm not lying. I don't lie, really. I try not to lie. I try not to sin, because I know that Jesus is coming soon. And I don't want to sin. I don't want to break the law. I don't want to lie. I don't want to curse. I curse sometimes, okay? I'm not going to lie. But It was 1977. I was 17 years old. And we used to go hunting up in the town of Roscoe, New York, which was incredible back then. Back in the 70s, there were a lot of hunters from the city. No more. No more. We're the last. Us baby boomers were the last. As we die, that's it. There ain't no more hunters from the city. But back then, there were a lot. So, like 2 days before opening day, you would see tons and tons of trucks, hunters dressed in orange, in plaid red, driving their trucks, going upstate, going to the hunting cabins or hotel rooms or whatever. And Roscoe was one town where all the hunters met. And there's a diner there. It's called the Roscoe Diner. It's famous for hunting. You go there at 4 o'clock in the morning to get your breakfast. They had special breakfasts for all the hunters, like a buffet. You would eat all you want. All the hunters dressed and talked, and before they went into the woods. All the stores in that town of Roscoe were mobbed with hunters. They welcomed hunters. They had signs, "Hunters welcome, welcome, please come here, special for you." I remember this. Now, you go over there on opening day, and it's a freaking ghost town. There's nobody there. You might find 1 or 2 hunters. Not like it used to be. But on that particular opening day, 1976, I was 17 years old. And what I used to do was, like I used to go hunting with my uncle and his friends. And they would head into the woods probably around 5 a.m. I would head in there 4:30, a half hour before them. Now, I'm 17 years old, and I had a lot more energy than they did. These guys are in their 30s and stuff, and I was 17. And I would actually cross a creek that was about 20 feet wide and possibly 3 feet in depth. But I would cross it over the rocks at nighttime, at 4 o'clock in the morning, okay, because I knew which way I was going without slipping into the water. Then I'd go up a mountain that was like this, not like this, like this. You would literally have to use your hands sometimes. But on the top of that, and nobody would go there, on the top of that mountain, there was a ridge where I would hunt. Then I could see everything from beneath me. And behind that ridge, on the opposite side, there were a lot of trails. A lot of deer were hanging up there. So anyway, I was up there on opening day before anybody. And then around 7 o'clock in the morning, a group of New York City hunters, and I was from New York City, but damn, them guys were terrible. I was not like them. I was never like that. Now I'm country. Now I'm a northern redneck. I want you guys to know. I've always been like that in my heart. But, so a group of them, about 4 or 5 of them, they're underneath the ridge where I'm at hunting, and they are like hanging out together and eating and drinking in the morning time on opening day underneath where I'm hunting. And don't you know, true story, I swear to God, one of them spotted me up there, because I got up, I was like, what the hell's going on? I mean, I let them see me. And he pointed his rifle at me to look at me. Man, I dropped to the ground, and I grabbed my equipment, and I found my way down to them. When I got down there, I cursed them out. There were 4 men in there. They were, I'm not going to even say the race has nothing to do with this, all right? But they probably didn't speak English too well. But all I could say is I let them know who the hell, I wanted to know who pointed that gun at me. They wouldn't tell me. And I told them, I said, let me tell you guys something. You're in trouble. because I'm going to go down. I'm going to get my uncle. I'm going to get my crew. It's a big crew. And these guys are going to be really, really mad at what you guys are doing. This is disgusting. You're ruining my opening day. Okay, you point the freaking rifle at me. You're down here drinking. They were drinking, actually. That's what they were doing, drinking in the morning on opening day. Getting drunk to go into the woods. Right? So that's how dangerous it is to hunt state land. And now you're going to have these imbeciles out there with no tag. And if bad guys know about this, they're going to say, hey, you know what? We can go out there with rifles. Who's going to know? Who's going to stop us? Is the game warden now going to go and stop every hunter he sees in the woods? Hey, come over here. Let me see your license. That photocopy that they made for you. I know you ain't got a back tag, but I want to see your license. How about you? How about you? They're not going to do that. So we don't know who's in the woods now. That's all I want to say. And I'll tell you what, next time somebody points a gun at me in the woods, they better shoot. Because I just might take a shot at them or close to them, or I'm going to let them know. Don't point that gun at me. Because now I don't know who you are. You could be the enemy. XNYC Prepper over and out.